Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's time for episode 20 of Teadoddles Talks. Yes, I had to look down to see what number that was. Today is going to hopefully be a shorter podcast than it has been the past couple of weeks. It's been an hour and a half. I don't have time for that today. I do have a lot to show y'all though. And I will say that I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I usually do. I'm not going to be putting information up on the screen, and I'm not going to be dividing it into the segments. I'm just going to kind of go through everything. That'll make editing faster for me, so I can get this up faster, hopefully. That's not something that's going to stick, though. That's just so you know, if you enjoy those things, they're not going away. This one's just trying to make it go by just a little bit quicker. So I have lots of things I need to be doing. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say welcome new subscribers. Welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have y'all here with me to talk about my crafty endeavors. This is a podcast about all types of making. It does lean more towards the fiber arts. Those are my favorite. But I do talk about crocheting, knitting, because I'm learning to knit, sewing of all sorts. I sew everything, DIY projects, painting, jewelry making. I love to take old stuff and make it into new things, so those kind of things. So it's just a podcast for makers. I call it a maker podcast. I love to see people making things with their hands. It's just a fun thing to see, because when you finish something that you made, you're like, I made that. It's so, I find it an exhilarating experience. I'll get it right in a minute, y'all. So I kind of dressed up for y'all today because I wanted to show off my recent finish. I'm going to try to wait to talk about that for a minute, but you can see it. I want to get through some other things first. I'll kind of go the way I usually do with my life updates, and then my yarn stuff, and then my sewing stuff and DIY stuff, but I'm not going to divide it like I normally do and put in the little transitions or the little things I usually put up here to tell you more about things, because that will save me some time in editing. I will do the show notes, so you will find the links there, okay? You'll find a link to the show notes down below, which are kept on my blog, and you can click on that and find the links to everything that I show that I can put a link to, okay? All right, here we go. There was a couple things that I forgot to mention about my craft estate sale items. One of the things was, the second time I went back, there was a whole stack of boxes that were against the door. I mean, they almost reached the ceiling. There were 2 stacks. They were full of sewing patterns. And I didn't get a chance to look at them when I was there. When I went back the second time, they were all gone. I said, what happened to the sewing patterns? I figured maybe somebody bought them. They threw them in the trash, y'all. I was like, what? They said, well, they were old patterns. I said, people look for those old patterns. They love them. That is like a major thing in the sewing world. If you don't know, you sew clothes and things, people look for those vintage patterns. They said, well, you can have them if you want. They're out there in that dump. They had a big dumpster out there where they're clearing and sorting things. I was like, okay. I went out there. There was so much stuff on top of, I couldn't even see the boxes anymore. There was an old toilet in there. You know, it was just, there's no way I was getting in there and digging through all that stuff. I was just devastated. I was like, I can't believe they just threw them away, but they just didn't know. So I was sad about that. I did find, let me grab that right quick because I forgot to get it. Just be a second. See, not long. Try not to have to cut things out, y'all. Amongst all those little fabric kits, I found one that she had finished. I assume she finished it, but I thought that was super cute. I was excited to find that. It's hanging over where my sewing machine is now. So that's pretty neat to have something that she most likely finished that, but I don't know for sure. She could have bought it from another yard sale. I don't know. My other thing about that was I added up the amount. If you watched my crafty estate haul video, I showed that bin I bought, and mostly for the one tray of sewing machine needles. I added up all the amounts that were on the little labels. That was over $200 worth of sewing machine needles, y'all. Yeah, I paid $25 for that whole thing, so that was a steal. Yeah. And I would like to say the people that have asked me about the little the kits that I showed in that video, that I said if somebody wanted them, just let me know. People have already claimed all of them, and I said I would send them out Friday morning. I did not get to do that, but I will send them out Monday. I have an order from the shop to ship out too, and I'll be packaging that up today. That will go out Monday. I'm sorry that that took longer than I expected, and I will let you know how much the shipping is. So what else this week? Oh my goodness, sewing machine woes. I wrote a blog post about it Friday. I will link that in the show notes as well. I have 3 sewing machines and 2 sergers, okay? One of my sewing machines is a heavy duty Singer. It's not like the industrial kind. It's just the gray one that you can buy in the store. I caught it on a Amazon deal, or what do they call it? Lightning deal thing. One Black Friday for $100. They run $150 to $200 depending on where you look. So that was a good price. I mostly use it to fix my husband's pants. He's a welder. He sweats a lot. He's always tearing breeches, okay? Breeches is pants, in case you had never heard that word before. So, Thursday night at about 10 o'clock, my husband is in there. He's looking in the dryer. I'm like, why is he looking in the dryer? Our dryer is currently out of order. I'm currently hanging things up to dry, which is okay with me because it was something I thought about doing. Because in the summertime, it gets so hot. Running a dryer in the house is just, it's just not fun. So I had been wanting to have a clothesline to hang things out. It's an energy saver too. Anyway, I said, what are you looking for? He said, pants for work. I said, they're hanging up to dry. He's like, oh. I said, you didn't think to look for pants before 10 o'clock at night? Anyway, I said, well, maybe I can go ahead and patch one of these pair. I have about 3 or 4 pair in here that he keeps putting in here that need patching again. I hate doing it. That is my least favorite thing to do. And if I would just do them as he put them in here, it wouldn't be such an ordeal. But I just don't like doing it at all. I love sewing, but that's one of the things I do not like doing. I do not like fixing those pants. So I get everything. I get my machine pulled out. I get everything set up. I start doing my sewing. I had to change direction, and then things just suddenly got all nested up on the bottom of my machine. I'm like, what's going on? So I cleaned everything up, redid stuff, and did it again. And did it again. I'm like, what is going on? I could hear this. Then I noticed the scraping noise I was hearing. I was like, what is that noise? So I took apart the area where the bobbin goes. There's the bobbin, which has the bottom thread, and then there's the bobbin case, which is plastic with some metal parts that the bobbin sits in. You take the bobbin case out. There's a metal thing that's round as well that is called the shuttle hook. I believe that's what it's called. But the needle was hitting the bottom of the shuttle hook, which that's not supposed to happen. Some of them have a dip, and this one has a groove, like a cutout on one side, which is where the needle's supposed to come down. My needle was coming down on the opposite side of that. I was like, what in the world? I looked it up. It said the bobbin timing was off, and you really should take it to be serviced. Well, y'all, first of all, I don't know of a place around here that does that, that's close by. Second of all, it would cost $75 to $100 to have that done. I paid $100 for the machine. I'm thinking, no. That's like I bought another machine. or it could go towards a new machine. So I said, I'm going to try to fix this with YouTube and all this. Anyway, it was quite an ordeal. I wrote a whole blog post about it if you want to see that. I did get it turned back around, but it's still slightly off. And I got tired of fooling with it, and I put it in there on the dining room table, which is where it's still sitting. Luckily, it's not one that I use on a regular basis. Now, the one I've been using is a Brother. It was a Project Runway limited edition or something like that. But I have another Brother that's a computerized with a thread cassette cartridge, right? Hold on. I forgot to talk about what I'm drinking. We'll talk about it in a minute. Let me finish this train of thought so I don't get lost. And I love that machine. It's one of my favorite machines. I had an issue with it many years ago, and it had a notch in the bobbin case, and it was catching, the thread was catching. So I ordered a new bobbin case, which didn't seem to fix the problem. And I thought it was because the original bobbin case had this little piece of felt on one side. The one that I ordered did not. They don't make this machine anymore, y'all. They don't make any like it anymore either. So I've ordered one with the felt on it. I finally found one with the felt on it. That cost me about 30 bucks. I put it in Friday. I spent most of Friday working on that other machine, and I was up late Thursday night working on it and couldn't get it working. So I set it up, and I actually did the top stitching for one of my bags, which I'm going to show you. I was like, oh great, it seems like that fixed it. Changed out my thread to do the next bag because I had a different top stitch color. It started doing it again. I'm like, seriously? So I got to looking on YouTube and looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Because this machine came out in 2006, so I've had it for a while. And I found a video, which I will link to in my show notes. Well, actually, I'll link to my blog post because there's a link in my blog post to that. So, and this guy, he said that they stopped making the machine because they had so many people return them. It was mostly because they weren't reading the manual. There's a little green light beside the thread cartridge or the thread cassette. You're supposed to set it down and make sure that green light's on before you push it in. Because people were damaging the disc, bending the disc because of that simple step. Y'all, I didn't even know that little green light was there. So I'm pretty sure that that's what's wrong with it. So I ordered me a new thread cassette, waiting for that to come in to see if it fixes my problem. That one only cost me $19. Of course, it was on sale, but you would think that would cost more than the bobbin case, but you know, I'm just glad I could find one because, like I said, they don't make those anymore. So I'm back to my brother because I had everything set up. I was excited. I said I could have one machine for my top stitching. I could have one machine to do my seams. That way I don't have to change things out as much. No. So hopefully I will get that eventually. That'll make the process much faster because the one that has the thread cartridge, thread cassette, is easier to change out the top thread than the other one, right? Because you just put it in there and it threads itself. I love that machine. Okay, so hopefully I'll get it working again. All right, now, what am I drinking today? I'm drinking out of my Farm Hair Don't Care. Though I did fix my hair for y'all today. I dressed up a little bit today because I wanted to show off my finished object. So I just got some Javalier, I think it's Colombian roast in here. A little bit of Cinnabon creamer, which is from International Delight, I believe. Yeah. And some half and half that I bought at my local produce stand, Myra's Produce. I did a whole blog post about her produce stand too because it is a wonderful place. She's recently added on to it a little bit and now it's more enclosed. It's wonderful to go in there. She's got little grocery carts too. And she had milk and cream and half and half from an Amish farm in there. So I decided to try some of that. Very good. But I also have water because this coffee's almost gone. And when I talk a lot, the water's better for my throat. Okay, moving along. Let's see. I was going to go to Joann's and Hobby Lobby, especially after I seen Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches talk about the clearance yarn she found at Hobby Lobby. But I kind of talked myself right out of that because I didn't want to go to Albany. It's really more of a 30-minute drive for me, but it can be 45 minutes to an hour time I get across the town to where I need to go. I went down that way, stopped by to get gas at a little store down the road from my house, and then I said, you know, I really don't want to go. I don't want to. That was Friday. No, Friday I didn't get to go. I was going to go Friday because of the sewing machine thing, because I didn't have a class Friday, unexpectedly. My students were going to be there, and they're on spring break this coming week at the high school, so I'll only have my morning class this week. Anyway, I didn't go. There were some things at Joann's. They were having a sale I was going to go get, but I'll make it there another day. And once you see all the stuff I already got, yeah, I didn't really need to be going. So, we have one more week until the 100-day challenge, which I'm excited about. You should look that up on Instagram. You can get emails from them about prompts. Well, not prompts, about what it's about. Be looking for that on Instagram from me and from other people. I think Llama Mama Kayla said she was going to be doing it. Love Llama Mama Kayla. Oh, she is, I just love her and the comments she leaves me. One day I hope we get to meet. I really do. And in my Facebook group, my Teadoddles Makers Facebook group, the next challenge for April comes out Monday. That's tomorrow. But you have until Friday to show me what you've been working on, your UFO you've been working on. It does not have to be finished, y'all. If it's something you have to work on over 2 months, you can still show pictures of it, okay? You're still working on it, right? So don't think that you have to show a finished object. The object is to finish things, but if it takes you more than 1 month to finish it, that is okay. So please share your things in there, and you'll be entered to win a $20 Amazon gift card. You can buy more maker things or whatever you want. So, all right. I think that is all that I have for my life and admin at the moment. I'm reading my little notebook, y'all. I have to write this down so I don't forget things. All right, let's just move on to yarn stuff. Like I said, I'm not doing... No, wait. Oh, I forgot one thing. Yes. Beth from Heaven's Peacemaker, she ordered one of my bags from the shop, and there was a little mix-up with the address, and then it wound up coming back to me, and I sent it back out to her. It wasn't a large package or anything, but she sent me a little gift, which was very sweet. She didn't have to do that, but it was this watermelon seed fabric, which I love because, y'all, my city is known as the watermelon capital of the world. So we have a big festival for watermelons and everything like that. She also sent me these really cute stitch markers. Come on now, focus, little thing. There we go. Like, it has a sewing machine and a ball yarn with knitting needles, scissors, and a little dress form. Very cute. There's her information at the bottom. I'm going to hold it there for a second. She does have an Etsy shop too, and she sells stitch markers. She does knitting stitch markers too, which they look different. I'm not understanding. Some of them just have the ring, and I'm like, how does that even work? I don't know. Is this focused on me anymore? Come on. I don't know, y'all. My contacts are kind of blurry. Okay, there. I think that's right. But I have some watermelon fabric over here. I'm going to make me a project bag with, because I'm excited. And I was also excited to find some of this on Joann's.com, because I'd love to make some watermelon bags for the shop too. I would never use something that somebody gifted me in a bag for the shop. I just feel like that's kind of cheesy. I would want to make something that I keep myself. I have a whole basket up here full of fabrics, special fabrics from friends, and so this one is destined to be a bag for me which I hardly ever do. So, yay. So, moving right along, I also ordered some stitch markers from Llama Mama Kayla. They're so cute. She said her son actually made these, but they are adorable. I got this one. He's a little cupcake. Look how cute he is. Don't look at my fingernails. Y'all, I love cupcakes and I love donuts. Look at this one. It's a donut. Come on, focus on it. Don't be. There we go. Look at him. These are so cute. And I can't wait to use them. But yeah, so go check her out. She has an Etsy shop too. She has stuff she's made on her loom, and she has loom knit patterns, and she has stitch markers. So cute. Alright. So next, let's see. I put in an order on Amazon because this thing popped up in my thing, and half the time the stuff they recommend me on Amazon shopping cart, I'm like, why are you recommending that? I've never looked at something like that. But this time, this little thing popped up, which I thought was super cute. It is Ruby the Cactus Amigurumi Crochet Project Kit. Bloom series. But this part was what cracked me up. It says Ruby loves hugs. And this comes in a little bag. This is like a, it reminds me of you would get plant food in it or something. And it does have a Ziploc in it, but mine's broken, so I couldn't Ziploc it back. So, but I'm not going to show everything that's in it. On the back, it comes with everything you need to make this. It even comes with the crochet hook. I think I paid $10 or so for this, but I'm planning on doing a whole review of this. I will show what's in the bag, and then I will show it after I make it, and then tell what I think about it. So that is coming up. It does actually have everything you need in here to make this, which is pretty awesome. So, and this was the only one they had. This is from Backyard Arts, which I meant to look them up more, but so I got that. And I also got this super cute narwhal pin. Narwhal? Come on, look at him. He has a rainbow horn, which is kind of not picking up, but he's so cute. Y'all, my fingernails are atrocious. They never look great. I can't keep my fingernails looking nice because I make stuff a lot, and you know, they break. And I do this. I pick and rub at my cuticles when I'm thinking. That's what I do. I don't bite my fingernails, but I do pick and bite at my cuticles, which is a habit I've tried to break forever, and it hasn't happened. So I have one more thing coming from Amazon that hasn't arrived yet. It is a crochet book called Vintage Crochet. I actually saw it on the Facebook page of a yarn shop called Fuzzy Goat, which is actually in Thomasville, Georgia. If you recall, the yarn I got from my last yarn club, if you watched that, she was out of Thomasville, Georgia too. I need to go visit Thomasville, Georgia. It's almost 2 hours away from me south. It's almost into Florida. So, but it's close enough that I could go for a day, and that yarn shop looks really cool. I was actually talking a little bit in the comments to Cindy from Cindy Hearts Crochet about that. It'd be super cool if we could meet up there. That would be awesome. But maybe one day I'll get there. I gotta keep reminding myself what I'm doing. Oh, and by the way, Southern Skeins, which is the one that I bought my last, I guess I could show that. I did a whole video about it. Okay, I did a whole video about it. About the club, the sock club she has. This is the yarn. Yeah, and I got a stitch marker. I also got a little thing of tea and some chocolates. It's $22, y'all. Free shipping in the US for this club. And you get a full hank and a mini hank each time. So pretty awesome. And she has some awesome yarns and prices. I think she's doing her sock club. She put a thing on Instagram. She's going through, it's like one of those where you can find all the clubs. I can't remember what it is, but go check her out. I actually ordered some more of her yarn because she had on her Instagram post about this yarn called Blacklight. It was so gorgeous. And she still had it, so I have ordered that. I'm ready for that coming. It was only $12 a skein, y'all. Or $12 a hank. I guess I should call it a hank. So, now when I get to talking really fast, I tend to get more southern in my voice. I know I have an accent to y'all all the time. When I talk fast, it gets worse. So, if y'all can't understand something, I apologize. Maybe they need a translator for southern speak. I don't know. Alright. So, let's see. I did get my last Jimmy Bean's Wool Crochet Club kit for the month. This got more of these little mini skeins. Little cuties. These were all greens and yellows, kind of browns in this one. I also got this little beanie bag, which is cute, and it had some stuff in it. There's the pattern. Dump this stuff out. There we go. Had a little note in here that said, enjoy this random treat. It has nothing to do with the current project, but will be a good addition to your stash. Thank you for crocheting with us for this project. Love the production beans. So, I had this Peppermint Kiss Lolo Lips. That was in there. Y'all, I keep chapstick on me. What I'm finding is I try to use more natural chapsticks, but most of them have peppermint or mint in it, and that can irritate my lips sometimes. So, that's hard to find one that doesn't have that in it. Also got the soak hand lotion and soak stuff in. Even though this project didn't require that. I got another darning needle. Yeah. And I got one little stitch marker. I love the way these look. They look like light bulbs to me. So, and I know that Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches showed hers, and her pouch contents were a little bit different than mine. So that is what I got. I really love this club. I know that the Knitting Club, Carrie Penny did her review of the Knitting Club. I have to agree with hers. Theirs is $5 more a month. Theirs is $20 a month. Ours is $15 a month. They did not get more than what we get. They got less than what we got, and they paid more, which is dumb. It's just dumb. So, yeah. I don't know why that is. But I will say that the last 3 months of the year, we got full skeins. This time we got, well, there's full skeins, but they're mini skeins. Now, they were talking about getting the little balls of yarn. Now, before that, that's what I got. I got little balls of yarn, which was enough for each, you know, as you go along. I always had yarn left over. I know Carrie Penny said she didn't have enough at one point. So, but this is what I'm making with my bonbons. I've been working on them. Got 4 of them done. Got one on the needles, so to speak. Y'all, I'm making a mess. Ugh. Got everything in here. All right. So I've noticed that some of these seem to have more on them than others, but these are the ones. This is my little Afghan project where I am knitting and crocheting. So I've got that color. I've got this color. I think this is the first one I did. And I've got this one. And I've got this one. Ooh, that's gonna blow out the camera. So yeah, I've got one on my needles, but I've just barely started it. So that's what I'm doing with all those bonbons. Instead of making the, I have to pick up my crochet hook a little bit. Instead of making the little poof, because I saw Summer doing her granny squares, and I thought, I want to try this out. So next, I'm going to talk about my finished object, which I kind of skipped over. This is my finished cascading kimono cardigan. Y'all, it's sat in my bag for over a week, just waiting for one sleeve to be put on it. I don't know what that was about. It wasn't like it was a long sleeve. It was like 12 rows of double crochet. That's all it was. So I'm going to stand up. I've even got my jeans on today instead of stretchy pants, so y'all could see it. I brought a little stool in here too so I can stand up. Here we go. You can kind of see it better. Now, this is really long in the back. It does go, it's almost to my knees. And I am 5'8", with most of my length being in my torso. So I really love this. I love the color. It is kind of heavy. You can see the stitches stretching over in here and here. But it kind of looks like it's supposed to be that way, so that doesn't really bother me. Yeah. Super happy with this. It's very soft. I didn't block this or anything. I thought I was going to have to because of the little pattern that's kind of on the edging here. It's tighter, but it really doesn't affect how it hangs or anything like that. So I'm not going to block it. This is something that my chair situated. This is something that I will. Y'all, my necklace got hung on the table. Stuff like that happens to me all the time. I will have to hand wash this because it has the silk mohair in it, which is what gives it that gorgeous halo. I mean, I just love it. Look at that. It did make it super soft. Again, this is a mixture of Lion Brand Heartland Cuyahoga Valley. I think that's the name of it. And silk mohair from Lion Brand as well in a sunset color. Now, the silk mohair, I know they don't have anymore. The Heartland color, I think they do. I'm not sure. I'll have links to it in my show notes, okay? Now, what next? Okay, speaking of Lion Brand. Nope, wait. I got one more whip to show y'all. That I started my next sweater. This is the year of the sweater for me. And this is what I have. This is it. This long gold thing. This is a pattern from I don't remember the sweater name off the top of my head, but I will put it in the show notes, y'all. Like I said, I'm trying not to put all that up here, save editing time. But I am using a Lion Brand Comfy Cotton to make this. This is Spring Meadow, number 3, weight, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 392 yards, 358 meters. It is a 50-50 cotton polyester blend. So it's very soft. I'm hoping that this is like you make 2 rectangles and then you seam it and seam it to a certain point. So you have kind of a V-neck looking dolman sleeve top almost. So, yeah, I'm hoping, because it's kind of see-through, you'd have to wear something on under it because it's, yeah, it's a lacier texture to it. You can wear it over a tank top, and I'm hoping I could actually wear it in the summertime. We'll see. It's pretty hot down here, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I know I'm going to have another skein of that because I'm going to need just a little bit more. They do carry that yarn in my local Walmart, but they do not have that color. So I'm probably going to have to order it online, but I'm going to wait and see how far that goes before I order it because I may need 2 more instead of just 1. I think I'm only going to need 1. And let's see. Move some little things out my way. I put in an order with Line Brand, which finally got here. Good grief. I ordered my first knit kit. It is this. It's by Alexandra Tavel of Two Wands. It's called the Coffee Shop Wrap. Well, it's a fresh take on the ever popular coffee shop wrap, the Java wrap. Okay. It's black and white, but y'all, this is, when I first got an email about this, I was like, oh, I love that, because they have a crochet version of it, but I didn't like it as much as the knitted version. So this will be my first bigger project. And I've also realized I'm gonna have to look up some of these abbreviations because I don't know how to read this knit pattern. I know the knit and the yarn over and the purl. I think I know what the SSK is. I think it's slip slip knit, which I learned something about, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. It's nothing too complicated. But it is made with this cupcake. All these cupcakes are so gorgeous. I just love them. This is a number 3 weight yarn. This is coffee break appropriately. 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 590 yards, 540 meters, 100% acrylic. So you can kind of see the color changes there. And then it also is using this 24/7 cotton from Line Brand. This is the color charcoal, number 4 weight. So we're mixing a number 3 and a number 4. 186 yards, 170 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% mercerized cotton. So I have 2. The kit came with 2 of these and 1 of these. I paid, it was on a 20% off sale, like, and then you get the printed pattern. It was like $12.38 or something like that. So I have crocheted with this yarn before. I do not like it because it's not that it's not a nice yarn. It is soft, but it is tough on my hands to crochet with because it's a stiffer yarn to crochet with. It feels very soft, but I'm hoping I like it better knitting with it because I really love the shawl. So that is something that is coming up. I also ordered this yarn. I have 5 skeins of this very loud landscape colored yarn. Okay, it is called chartreuse, which is a color that some people just don't like. But y'all, it reminds me of when the leaves bud in the spring, especially against a blue sky. You can get this pretty color. This is a number 4 weight, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 147 yards, 134 meters, 100% acrylic. So I bought this because it was in their clearance section, not their clearance section. They have a section called cheap skates, or sheep skates. Yeah, sheep skates. You should check it out because sometimes in their clearance area, I find the yarn not to be really clearance prices. It's weird in there. But in the sheep skates, they show a list of products that are not in their clearance yarn. So definitely check that out. This was $1.75 a skein. It was the only color they had, and I'm sure it's because people didn't like the color. But I do. Colors like this sometimes are really good for me, actually. So we'll see what I make out of that. Next, and also in the sheep skates clearance, I bought some of this. I had seen it before. It's called wool stainless steel. These were originally $10 or $9.99. I got them for $2.50. So this is a 0 lace weight yarn, but this is 75% wool and 25% stainless steel. I was like, well, that's interesting. And it's 273 yards, 244 meters, 1/2 ounce, 14 grams. So I'm going to show you, I have taken a look at this. So this is, if you bend this, it stays. You can see that crease. Hopefully y'all can see that. Ooh, yeah. So it holds. It's got that stainless steel in it. I'm thinking jewelry. That's why I ordered this. I have an idea for crochet jewelry. I have seen people, I have actually tried it some, crochet with the thinner wire. I didn't like doing that. But this has the wool in it too, so I'm going to see if that makes a difference. So I got the color, what is the color of this? Teal and Passion. So that was my Lion Brand order. Moving right along. I ordered some sock yarn from Knit Picks because they had a sale. And I wanted some sock yarn so I can practice knitting socks. But, yo, this is gorgeous. I got the Stroll Tweed. I'm obsessed with the tweeded yarns. This is called North Pole. And y'all, look at this. This is so pretty. Yeah. I love that. I love the name, North Pole, appropriate, and the colors. It's so soft too. This is fingering weight, 65% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, and 10% Donegal tweed. 231 yards, 50 grams. So yeah, I'm excited. And I also got it in Indigo Heather. Look at that. I am super excited about this yarn. You see more of the tweeding there. So I got 2 of each because that should be enough to make 2 pairs of socks. We'll see how it goes. Y'all, when I showed my husband the little rectangles with the partial knit and partial crochet, he was like, you can knit me some socks. I'm like, I don't know how to do that yet. He said, it's easy, you just go in a circle. I said, this is so easy, why don't you do it? And then he just laughed. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Anyway, I could have made me some socks before I make him any socks. He is rough on socks and clothing, y'all. I don't think I'll be knitting him any socks. He doesn't realize how long that takes. So, but I also got from Walmart some Karen Simply Soft Tweed. Ooh. It's already had a partial skein of this. I got 2. And I knew I needed more so I can work on my other sweater that I want to make. Remember, I'm going to blend it with this alpaca lace. Yeah. So that will be soon. I'll probably have a ton of projects going here shortly because I'm excited about new things. Now I'm going to have knitting and crochet things going. Nothing wrong with that, right? All right. I think that's all of my crochet stuff. Let's go along. Now this is still, oh my goodness. Only thing that's going to make editing this quicker is that I didn't put the little swishy page turn things in. Okay, so I have finished some bags for the shop, but they're my Mega Maker bags, and then that one tote. I have got to make some more of the Maker totes. They seem to be popular. I do have some special orders for some things that people have sent me, and I am still working on that. If you're waiting for that, I am still working on the stitch markers, the camel. Y'all, it's been crazy here lately. Just crazy. When I think I'm going to get something done, something else gets in the way. Anywho, let's move on. This is one of the totes that's going in the shop. I already showed it before. This tote will be going in the shop. This is one of my Maker totes. And I have some others planned. I just haven't gotten to make them. These all have, I think I'm going to move this tab from here to in front of the pockets or something, because it doesn't want to lay down up there. But this one, it always has the 3 slots that are like for pens, pencils, needles. Well, not smaller. You should be able to put smaller knitting needles in there and crochet hooks. And then it has the bigger pouches on the side. So that one will be going in the shop. It will happen sometime this week. Got to get pictures and everything and get it uploaded. So since I don't have a class in the afternoons this week, that's what I'll be working on. Now, I have 3 Mega Maker bags finished. I've shown these in progress before. They are finished now. This is this one, which reminds me of the beach. It has this textured, this is 100% cotton, but it's a textured cotton on the outside. It has the drawstring top. Let me flip it. You can flip down the top when you're crocheting. Now this is a bag I specifically designed for crocheters, because if you're crocheting an Afghan or even a bigger sweater, it takes more yarn, and we typically use larger weights of yarn in crochet. You don't find people in knitting using the larger weights as much, but this bag will hold. Yeah, I had all my yarn for this in my bag. I still had plenty of room, but it will hold an Afghan size. You know, it will hold a lot. So, and this one also has the pockets all across one side. Yeah, and it has 4 slotted pockets, 2 pockets on each side, which are, they'll fit my phone. If you've got a case on your phone, you'll probably want to use the bigger ones on each end. So, yeah, that's what that, and that fabric on the inside of this one is a Tim Holtz. It looks like a bunch of tickets and stuff stuck together. I put that with this fabric because it's like, since it reminded me of the beach, it's like travel, all that good stuff. So these do have the corded drawstring tops. And these also have a handle on the side, because you can use it, well, you can use it for whatever you want to if you buy it. But that just, this one, because even though the drawstrings come out, you could use that as a handle. I felt like this was easier to do on this bigger bag. So, get that out of the way. Then I have this one, which is a striated suiting. It almost feels like denim, but it doesn't say it's denim, but it is 100% cotton. It has a linen type top on this one, and this one has more of that farm animal print on the inside. It has this pocket that goes across the top again. I'm just getting tired throwing all this stuff around. And then I have this one, which I think is my favorite. But this is, now I thought this was a lightweight denim on the outside because it has a texture like that, but I did a burn test on it and it has got some kind of unnatural material. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not sure exactly what this is made of. This is a thrifted fabric. And this is the one I did the top stitching on with my machine that I thought was fixed. I had no problems with it at all, nesting or anything. It did beautifully. So I don't know. Hopefully my other stuff fixes it. But on the inside of this one is another thrifted fabric. It has it's a linen-like fabric that I quilted with the tri-label polyester in the coral color. And has another floral pattern for the pockets down inside it. So all these will be going in the shop this week. Those are all finished. And I will be working on other bags. And the people that have requested special things will be working on that as well. We're working on putting you can put a custom button on Etsy. And I just got to figure out how to do that, because I don't want people requesting something fabric I don't have. I'm not going to do that. I would need a way to show the fabrics you could choose from. I think I can do that. I just got to figure out how to set that up. I can also set up for the stitch markers. If you see it with the lobster claw and you'd rather have the earring thing, you can pick one or the other. So just something I have to work on. Set these over here. Now, I have a bag to show y'all I'm excited about. I haven't shown these bags before because I didn't have one made up to show y'all, and I've been tweaking the design a little bit, but this is my traveling maker bag I've been talking about, okay? And I also experimented with bleaching fabric this week. I did a blog post. I've got something in my eye, y'all. I did a blog post about it this week, which I'll link to. But this is the outside, which I'm in love with. It's going to blow out. You can see that I bleached this from the bottom. That's the very bottom of the bag. Hung it upside down and let the bleach run down on it. This is the other side, which has a little more of the lines. And I also went along, and you can see the line of stitching that is just almost the same blue as the top band. Just a little detail. And this is like I said, striated suiting. It does not say it's denim, but it feels like denim. This is denim on top. And I did the handles out of denim as well. Okay, so this portion here is the same size as the bottom of my Mega Maker bags. The Mega Maker bags have a 6-inch extension on the top where the drawstring goes. So this part right here is the same size as that bag. This one's a little bit smaller because I had to cut some things differently because it was an experimental thing, y'all. I gotta pause for a second. Okay. Having eye issues. I put some drops in my eyes. Still a little blurry looking, but I wear contacts, y'all, and sometimes they just don't like being in my eye. Or my eye don't like them being in there. Whatever. Alright, so this has a zippered top. It does have a metal zipper, which is something I've got to work out the ends of it. I don't like the way it turned out, but I need to put the tab somewhere else in this bag because the zipper kind of sticks on this. So that's something else I got to work out. This does have the full pocket, same as my Mega Maker bag. This is that print my parents got me from Hobby Lobby. And on the other side, it has a set-in zipper pocket with a different fabric. Of course, I love to put the different fabrics in there. This kind of green and gold zipper that I love. I don't think that's focusing very good, but so we got all that going on. I don't like the way the end of this zipper did. It's kind of off and just wonky looking. So that's something I need to do better at because I took this bag apart a bunch of times and redid it and stuff because I was trying to work some things out. I've made these bags before. I used to make them for diaper bags for people for baby showers. So I wanted to tweak them for something other than a baby bag, right? This bag, now, I put super long straps on this. I don't know if I'm going to keep that because you can actually put this bag as a crossbody bag. This hangs down by my hip, which is perfect for me. But, as I said before, I am 5'8", and I have a long torso. This is a big bag. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing like a snap on this or something that would help this shorten this if you needed it shorter. If you didn't want to tote it as a crossbody, or if you're a shorter person or whatever. But I've got to figure out a way to do that. I can put I may just do like an adjustable strap. I think that probably would be the easiest thing to do. So, this bag is not going in the shop for sale. Just so you know, I'm keeping this bag. But this is my prototype, like I like to call it. And I will be keeping this. I call this a traveling maker because when you go off someplace, you can tote some projects in here. You can keep all your little notebooks and things in here if you need to. This will hold a sketch pad and pencils and things if you need to, or your pencil case. You can put your cell phone in here. You can put all the things in here you need. Snacks. If you go to a maker event of some kind, a yarn show or a fabric show, you can put new purchases in here. That's why I call it a traveling maker, right? It's designed to look like a purse, like a bigger purse. Of course, this is obviously a larger purse, but it keeps things secure. I didn't put pockets on the outside of this because when you go to an event like that or somewhere off, I don't like outside pockets personally, unless they zip. I have thought about putting a zip one on the outside too, but then you have to think about room when stuff's in there and all that stuff. But so I may do that, like one of those set-in zippers, like it's on the inside, put one on the outside. I don't know. I thought about doing one kind of offset instead of in the center. But you have to keep things secure. You don't want people to pick pockets, right? You want people trying to get in your bag and take things. Even though when you go to events like that, there's mostly makers who enjoy seeing makers. There's always people there for nefarious reasons. So, but this is what my traveling maker bag looks like. Sometimes I do like to make this deeper, and I do more like 3 different fabrics, like a fabric on the bottom, and then a bigger band, and then a smaller band at the top. And I have done them. If you look on my Facebook page, if you look in the pictures, you can find a picture of a lady who won a bag from my blog a while back when I first started my blog, like almost 3 years ago. It was a bag like this, but I did a set-in zipper on that. Those are just more time consuming. So I'm trying to do just this kind of zipper. I've just got to work out. The main reason this got messed up is because it was too short, really, where I had to cut things. So I've just got to lay out some other measurements. But this is my traveling maker bag, coming soon to my Etsy shop. Not that one, no. There'll be some coming. So if the fabrics I've shown you and some more fabrics I'm fixing to show you, if you see something you like, now this bag and my Mega Maker bag, I use heavier weight fabrics on that. But I was thinking the other day, because I thought somebody wanted a Mega Maker bag in a quilting cotton. And I was like, well, I could quilt it and do just the bottom in a heavier weight to help it. And that would still work. So I could do that. I got excited about that because that gives me different ideas for designs, right? All right, let's talk about this fabric. This is getting long. Maybe I won't have as much editing, so maybe it won't take as long to upload and stuff, y'all. All right, I bought these from Walmart. I have bought them before. This is Waverly. It's sold in 1 yard and 2 yard packs. It's like $2.97. $2.97 a yard. It's not too bad, and it is a nicer fabric. And I like to use these. This is focused on me. I don't feel like it's focused on anything. There we go. There we go. It is 100% cotton, and like I said, it is a nicer feeling fabric. I like to have this on hand. I sometimes use it for straps or pockets in my bags. So I just picked up some of that when I was there. Now this next, if y'all hear that, I don't know what that is. There's somebody, the neighbor's doing something out there. This next stack of fabrics came from the Fat Quarter Shop. Y'all, I've been waiting on this fabric. This fabric went around the world. It shipped from Texas, okay? Buda, Texas. Or Buda, Texas. I don't know. It's B-U-D-A. Wednesday morning at 7:42 a.m. it said it was at the Cordell Post Office, which is the town I live in. So, oh, I was excited. I'll have it this afternoon. Got home, no fabric. I'm like, what happened to my fabric? I got to looking. Next day, it said it was traveling to its next destination. I'm like, what do you mean it's traveling to its next destination? It went to Jacksonville, Florida for some reason. I don't know why. Jacksonville, Florida is like in the very northeastern corner of Florida. I live in southwest Georgia. So it's like, so why did it go there? And then it went back to Macon, Georgia, which is like hour and a half for me, hour, something like that, hour and 15 minutes, I don't know. And then it finally came back here, and it came yesterday. Not yesterday. Yeah, it did. It didn't get here till Saturday. I was like, what in the world happened with my fabric? Because I was waiting on this fabric because I showed y'all all that cool fabric from last time, but I had ordered fabric from the Fat Quarter Shop to coordinate for some linings, and I needed this fabric. So let's just go through this and see what I got. This first fabric is a avant-garde Fluxus teal yardage. I really love it. I love that little pop of that corally pink on it. This one is also avant-garde tonic tentative dot. Yep. So these would be great for linings. This is Maker Make It Hang It in Toasty. Look, it's got little hangers on it. How cute. That'll go great with some of that sewing fabric, sewing theme fabric. Now this is Wonderland Air Enchanted Leaves yardage. This is some of the fabric I was talking about for my Alice in Wonderland theme bags that are coming up. And so is this one. This is the Wonderland Boo Owlie. And I have some more of these prints in my bag right here. I'm actually taking over because I was going to use them for quilt blocks and I decided not to. We'll see how far I get with this because some of this has already been cut. But this is another print from that line. These, I've already cut into some of these. This one I haven't. So we'll see how I can do that into a bag. But this is, I really like the colors and everything on this. These are also Wonderland prints, as well as this with the golden pluses and X's. This bird cage fabric. And then these are just diamond prints and different colorways. And then I got some more of that Boo fabric. So those will be upcoming bags. Now, moving along. This is a long quilt cream with hangers. This is another hanger print, but there's different and more colors. And this one, this is called Long Quilt Denim Unicorn Race. Look, those are unicorns on there. Little unicorns, little silhouettes. This is what I mean about, I see unicorn prints. I love unicorns, okay? I used to collect little unicorn figurines when I was a kid. But I don't like in-your-face unicorn or like almost childish prints to me. I prefer something like this. It still has unicorns on it, but it looks just like a horse print almost, but I really like it. So then I got these two, which are Sewing School green pins and yellow pins. It looks like straight pins or something, sorta. The tops are kind of weird on some of them, but those would be good linings. And then I got this Candelabra Crow Ghastly, but this is just a gingham, which will be good for linings as well. I'm not focusing on there. There we go. And these right here I love. This is the Shimmer Online by Jennifer Sampo. These prints are so gorgeous. This is the metallic charcoal fade. And if you look, you can see just a little line of shimmer in there. See that? That's like throughout the fabric. And this next one is the shadow fade stripe. Same thing. It's got just a little line of shimmer in there that I just love. And then this one is the Pepper Small Glen plaid with the shimmer in the plaid. These are really cool. Now this one is about specifically because I got those flamingo stitch markers. Let's Go Glamping. I have the repeating stripe and the blue flamingo toss. So this is the repeating stripe. Now this is the cutest fabric. Look at this. Look, it's got the little campers. And it says road trip on it. Lawn flamingos. Yeah, I think that's so cute. Yeah, and that just repeats. And then I got the flamingo toss to go with that. I love flamingos. Then this one, I turned the page. This was a big order, y'all. I went through their clearance section and sale section. This is Curious Dreams. Actually, I have one more at the end, but they put them separately. So, Curious Dream Blue Jabberwocky. This is just a stripe that coordinates with these other fabrics. And this one is Gray Escape. It has like keys, locks and keyholes on it. Like the keyhole from Alice in Wonderland. And then that goes along with this Curious Dream multi-yard edge. This is the one I was talking about. This is a different kind of Alice in Wonderland print, which I really love. The pop art kind of feels to this. It does have her with the giant Drink Me, and the We're All Mad Here is on there at Who Are You, You. So yeah, I really love this. That goes with those other two fabrics. Then I've got Maker Make Patterns. It's got like the outline of patterns making on it and stuff. I really like this. It's a very mod kind of print, but and tonal. It doesn't have a bunch of color. Well, it has greens, darker greens and gold and yellow and tans and stuff on it. And then the last one is this Candelabra, again, Orange Ghastly Gingham, and it's orange. I got that to go with some of that fabulous Halloween fabric I showed y'all last week. So, those are, a lot of those I picked for linings. There were some that will be outside fabrics. So, again, if you see fabrics that I show on here that you really like, you can message me in Etsy or email me, whichever you prefer. Okay? And we will discuss what you want. So, I did order more of, again, this is from Bellow Berry Fabrics. I had only half a yard of this. And I was like, I'm going to order more of it. And I'm glad I did. So I got another yard of this fun print. I'm glad I did because I've already had 2 people asking about bags from this. And I'd really love to make myself a bag out of it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. We'll see. Shop orders come first. And then that was the other coordinating fabric I'd found with the kind of Notions toss. Because it has yarn, it has a crochet hook on it, y'all. Look at there. You see it in the yarn? Right there. That is a hard thing to find. Because I've been looking. And then I picked up this one other one that is really cool. The colors match. It's more of a floral look, but then it has her hiding in the florals. The little ghastly woman. It's not focusing. Focus! She doesn't want y'all to look at her. But I really liked that print, and it will coordinate with those other ones too. Then I found this fabric. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and order some of this. It was so cute, y'all. It has the llamas on it, but they are knitting. Look. Is this not want to focus again? Come on, focus. She's got like little yarn balls in her hair. She's knitting the scarf around his neck. And it's just the cutest. I cannot. This does not want to focus. I'm trying touching the screen. Sometimes that does it. Well, darn. But I thought this was the cutest. I know they're knitting. I have knitters and crocheters watching, so, or some that do both. I have looked forever for a fabric that has crochet hooks in the yarn versus the needles, which is why that one I showed you a minute ago, they have crochet hooks sometimes, they have knitting needles, so they have both. That is like a unicorn. I'm looking for a unicorn in fabric. The only ones I found were on spoon flower that someone had created. They're gorgeous fabrics. They're also $17.50 a yard for quilting cotton. That is way too much. So, not something I can do. So, if you know of one, please let me know. I've looked everywhere for something that has a yarny theme like this and crochet hooks in it. Even if it has crochet and knitting. But most of them just have the knitting. So, but that is another cute fabric. I just loved it. So, alright. We gotta wrap this up, guys. It's getting crazy. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing in my DIY kind of stuff I'm excited about. Found these at our local Ollie's discount. This is fabric paint, but it is spray paint. It is Tulip One Shot. Why is this not focusing anymore? It's like, I don't want to focus after I get, there we go. Yeah. So, I'm excited to try that on some fabrics, and I also got these color. So, these were, this one was $6.99, that other one was $3.99, which they have bigger cans in it, but they had single cans that were also $3.99. I'm like, why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. So, I'm excited to try those out. You may see those on bags in the future, because I will be experimenting more with the bleaching and dyeing and using that paint on my bags. Come on, camera. And this is going way longer than I wanted it to. But since I don't have to edit as much, so hopefully it won't take as much. I'm probably not going to edit anything. I'm not going to cut anything out of this. I'm not going to put in the little transitions. I'm just going to get it and upload it. Oh, is this still not focusing? This camera. Well, it's my phone, but I ask a lot of my phone. Maybe that's why. But, so, I've been doing a maker giveaway this month, because March is for makers. And I showed a prize last week and the week before. You'll have to go back to watch those videos to see what they are. You will have to comment on those videos if you want to be entered to win those prizes. You can enter to win all of them, but you can only win one of them. This week's prize. It's a little bit different than the other ones, okay? So, my traveling maker bag. No, I'm not giving this bag away. But this week's prize is, I will make you a custom one of these. Okay? So, whoever wins this, you can talk to me about what kind of bags, fabrics you would like to see. I will show you fabrics. I will discuss with you on email or however I need to. Email would be the easiest because I can send pictures. And I will make you a custom traveling maker bag. Why is this blowing out the camera? It's not even a bright color. That's so weird. But that is this week's prize. And I will put some goodies in there. I'm not going to say what they are. It'll be a surprise. But it won't be anything major, just so you know. Like some stitch markers, some little diddly bobs like that, okay? But, because this bag is about the same price range as my Mega Maker bag. My Mega Maker bag is $50, just so y'all know. There's a lot of fabric that goes into that bag. Now this one I haven't priced yet, but it's going to be in that range as well. There's lots of zippers and inserted pouch. Lots of work goes into this bag. So that is the prize available for this week. A custom traveling maker bag made by me. So this week, I would like to know, if you had a spring break, what did you do? Did you go off and to the beach? Because there have been so many people traveling for spring break. Get it? Traveling maker bag, travel plans. Anyway, did you go on a spring break trip? I certainly did not, because I had to work one class or the other on both my spring breaks. Or I will have to. So no, I did not go travel anywhere. I haven't been on a vacation in many years, as a matter of fact. So, did you have big plans, or have you had your spring break yet? I know they're all around this time. It's been so busy in town because my town, the Highway 75 or Interstate 75 runs right through my town. So we get lots of people stopping for gas and to eat and everything. So it's always so busy this time of year, because everybody's stopping in on the way to Florida usually. Yeah, like all the people from up north coming through here to go down to Florida for some sunshine, because I know it's still super cold up there in most places. So did you get to take a vacation for spring break? Did you do anything? Did you stay home and make stuff? That sounds more fun to me. I don't like traveling that much. As you can see, I even talked myself out to go into the craft stores. It's ridiculous. Actually, if I ride with somebody else, I'm more likely to go because I don't have to drive. I can crochet. So, just let me know in the comments. What are your travel plans for spring break? Do you even take a spring break? Do you get to take a spring break? Not everybody does. Their kids might if they're in school, but that doesn't mean the parents get to take one. So, answer that question below, and you will be entered to win a chance to win one of my custom traveling maker bag made by me. Hopefully that's exciting. I don't know if it is. And if you want to see what the other two prizes are, go check out those other two videos. Let's see, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing. It's always great to subscribe. I am heading towards 400 subscribers, which is awesome. And kind of scary. So many people watching. But yeah, I will see y'all next week. I hope y'all have a wonderful week and get lots of making done.